Hello, I'm doing a deck profile for Hakuna Matata about my Fairy Tail Magistus deck. I topped on YCS, no, SAWCQ 2026 on South America Continental. I made top 10. I made 25 place with this deck, and I will show the deck, some of my choices, and explain some of the most unusual things. So, first for the Fairy Tails, 3 Luna, 2 Machigiru, 1 Snow, and just 1 Genia. It's not a Fairy Tail, but you always search it. I don't think you need more because it's not it's not a insane extender. It's just a fucking trasher. You just summons it and that's it. But still good because it's 80-50. 2 Wall, 1 Tails, 1 Once Upon a Fairy Tail, and 1 Instant Fusion, also pretty regular. Then for the Magistus, 3 Spenta, 1 Zoroa, 1 Brilliona, 1 Crowley. I'm not playing Jenny because that card is a brick, it never helps. There was one game that I could have won if I played Jenny, but I could have won another game if I didn't misplay. So I mean, I lost the match, but it was mostly not because of not playing Jenny, but because I misplayed. If I didn't misplay that game, I could have won. I don't think you need it. You just use it to search 3 Very Magic and use as extender. Also, if some people actually consider just playing Jenny and not Brilliona, but to me that doesn't make any sense because at least Brilliona can be a starter. It's not a great one, but at least it can be a starter, while Jenny is just a brick. And I don't think you can brick in this format. So 3 Regulus, 1 Empire is pretty important, mainly because of Kiltron. It's a extender that already adds a card, so it's a pseudo X Rizal, and also this protects your card so you don't get hit by Lightning Storm. It doesn't happen that often actually, but it's still good to have a extra protection. And unfortunately, because you play those cards, you have to replace some of the actual starters. So you don't play, for example, before Regulus existed, I played 3 Machigiru. Now you can do that. So you trade some consistency for some extra power, and I mean, you kind of need the extra power for some of the matches like Kiltron. You need for your cards to do more things instead of just having extra consistency. So 3 Ash Blossom, Fua, and Draw standard is the only 3 hand traps in the games that work. And then Super Poly is the most mandatory card in this deck. I would love to play 4 or 5 Super Polys, but unfortunately we can't. 2 Droplet. I consider Droplet instead of Crown because first, if you use Crown against Kiltron, they will just use Zalin to negate, so it's just a 1-for-1 trade. If I want a just 1-for-1 trade, I would play Forbidden Chalice. This card most likely at least will resolve because you can send a spell, so they can't respond with Kiltron Synchro, and most likely you will able to negate Zalin because of that. Also, it can dodge target effects like Veiler, so I think it's better for the matchup that you fear the most. 1 Call by the Grave and 1 Talents. So for the extra deck, 1 Teller, 1 Weaver, and 1 Wicket. You don't need more if you play correctly. I mean, so maybe Wicket I can see a reason to play more, but I don't think you need more than one of each if you play if you play well. Then for the super poly targets, Garuda and Mondragon, you don't need to play the other one, the card that uses just for kill tune. I forgot the name. Sea Monster of Theseus. You don't need to play that one because they will look at your hand, play around. So you just use super poly, fuse your monster and their monster. If they, for some reason, know you're not playing that, it still hurts them because if they most of their monsters are dark, so you can use Moon Dragon on it. So I don't think you need more. Garuda isn't that great this format. It's mostly against Mitsurugi, I feel, and maybe Branded also because they have a lot of light spellcasters. So sometimes it comes up against Branded as well. Choroso, one Zoroa, one Iwas. I consider Iwas mostly because I'm playing Shifter both side, so I wanted a way to get more interruptions under Shifter. Shifter is just for kill tune actually, or maybe some random FTK deck Elf Note, but mostly you don't want to play Shifter if the opponent's deck is just a regular deck. And because of that I put Iwas because contrary to Mechaba, you don't need to send the card to the graveyard, so it works under Shifter. Also the attack gain effect can come up. One in Naruru, it's extremely important. It's the most of the Magistus rank 4s, this one is that comes the most. Basically every match it comes up. Two Artemis, one Endymion Crescent Magistus, very good. And then Lina, I'm playing Lina for kill tune for Mitsurugi. Against Branded, this card is absurd. I mean, I don't think you need extra help against Branded, but it doesn't hurt. You're still one of their spellcasters. So this is mostly because it's a 1850 spellcaster that punishes the opponent if they try to destroy your cards. So it's very good against Kiltron and very good against Mitsurugi, because if they try to destroy your card, you search. If they don't, you have a 8050 spellcaster, so you can drop Machihiro. And sometimes it also helps to climb up into the Charmer. Summon Sorcerers, you just need her, you don't need the other Celine. And Charmer, most of the times, if you can pass with, if you can go into Charmer, you do. Just to play around Super Poly and revive the fusions. It's completely free, and also get extra cards to banish with Snow. For the side deck, two Purulia, one Dimension Shifter is just for Kilton. You side when you go second, you don't side when you go first, because it also hurts you. But if you go second, it's okay, because you can use Luna to bounce their card, so it works better when you go second and side shifter. It forces them to make back-to-back as well, so that's pretty good. I just drew one game in the entire tournament. It was my last match and my opponent called by the Graves it, so it didn't work, unfortunately. Two Thunder King Kaiju, this one is because he's light. There's a bunch of reasons because this Kaiju specifically, and not Santa Claus or something like that. First, he's light, so you can Super Poly Elf Note by tributing the Crystal Wing, and if you have Super Poly plus Kaiju, you can use Super Poly to fuse the Kaiju plus their Drown Dragster. It needs to be this one as well, because he is level 9, if I'm not wrong. So if you face Kiltune and you give them Thunder King, they can't synchro with it. If you give them Santa Claus, they still can use it for a synchro summon into Visa, so it's not ideal.
Also, him being Thunder means that if you face Elf Note and you give them this and you Super Poly, you can fuse into Moondragon. So you prefer fusing into Moondragon instead of fusing into the Garura, because the other light kaiju monster is a machine, so you have to fuse into Garura. 3 Lightning Storm, 1 Heartsetter Duster. It's amazing against Brandon and Sky Striker. 1 Cosmo Queen and 1 Secret Village. You don't need those cards to win, actually. I think they are kind of subpar, actually. I don't like them that much, but because most of people don't know what Fairy Tail do, it takes a lot of time, so you just put Secret Village and you save like 20 minutes just from the opponent not reading your cards, because they save Secret Village and 10 Scoop. So it helped a lot. I went many times into time just because my opponent didn't stop reading my cards. So if I didn't have this just to make them scoop early, it would be way worse. 2-dimensional Fisher for going first, most because of kill tune. 1 anti-spell and 1 Solemn Judgment. Actually considering cutting Solemn Judgment. I mean, it's a great card, but I feel most times I draw Solemn Judgment I brick, so I'm considering actually playing more starters for boss side, because the main thing that you need to guarantee is not breaking. If you not break, you can win. So I don't think Solemn Judgment helps in any of those situations. It's just a card that you put on your board, but if you make any kind of combo, you already win. You don't even need to make full combo and you already win. So I don't know if I would put this. But that spell, I like it. I very much do, because you don't need to go into Secret Village, so you don't waste your field spell as well. And that's it for the deck profile, I think. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.